Hi, welcome back. It's Lauren, and in today, don't know if you can hear that. There's a bit of banging in the background, but in today's video, we're going to do a base game speed build. So I was on Twitter and I saw a lot of people tweeting, loads of people saying that they wanted speed builds that they could download with just the base game, because not everybody has all the packs. And I thought that was a really good idea, so I thought I'd include one on my gallery and on my YouTube channel. So it's on the, I wrote down where all my information. So it's on quite a small lot. It's in Newcrest and it's on one of the smaller lots. It's on the 20 by 15 lot, and it's not a cheap house, but it's not overly expensive. It came in at 71,570, which I think for the size that it actually came in at and the things that I've put in the house, I would say that's quite affordable. Here I'm just trying to sort out what kind of roof I want, but then in the end I decided to use that roof all over the top and create this kind of porch at the front. It's a fairly big house for the size of the lot. The garden is really small. If you can see, the house I built next door is just a bungalow, and it has quite a nice sized garden, whereas this is a bigger house with a smaller garden. I could have moved the house further forward, but I like having a front garden, so I left it more towards the back. It has got room for monkey bars for a child, and it does have a slight gardening area, and then there is a outdoor sitting area where they can have a barbecue, so it is pretty substantial for a garden if you don't spend your Sims time all in the garden. I try not to. I kind of forgot at this point when I was doing the windows and the doors that I decided a base game a house. So in a minute I do all of this and then I scrap it, because obviously I remembered that I decided it was going to be a base game, and I was just going, I was going through it all going, yeah, these doors are nice, yeah, these windows are nice, and then I realised every single window except for those little square ones and all the doors I used were pretty much from other packs. So silly me, but you'll see I change it, but I forget to change the front door, but I do swap that out, so it is on the gallery as a base game. It doesn't have any stuff pack, but when I uploaded it to the gallery, it was really strange. It said that it included items from Cats and Dogs and Get Together, but when you open it up to see what items are in it, they're not in it, so it doesn't have those items in it. I don't really know why it said that. So then here I am changing out the I change out the wall colour as well, because I realised that the wall I chose was from Get Together, I think, which obviously, or City Living, I think it was from City Living, which obviously isn't the right pack. And then here I realised that I made a massive mistake, so I change all the windows and just completely forget to change the front door. I don't know why I did that, but I do remember at the end, so it is all how it should be. This house is for a family of 3. It could be more if you change the room that the child has to a 2-bed. Here I'm just fencing off the small little garden that they have. It is really small. If you're not a fan, you can always move the house forward or put it on a bigger lot and make it a bigger garden, because it is a really nice sized house. And then I think I go on to doing the inside patio, and I didn't know what flooring to use. That's always the bit I struggle with on the porch bit. But here I'm just doing the front of the house. I do add a really nice front garden, I would say, and a few trees that go with the surrounding area. I also use the bushes just to make it look a bit more put together. I find that bushes really help to create the house and make it look really neat. And then I'm just going with the mud terrain just to make it look a bit more put together. I did turn on bb.move objects on. So if you do download this, I think I did raise a few objects. So if you do download this, make sure you have that turned, if you type that in and have it on, just because if you download it, sometimes objects that I raise up can drop. I think everyone who uses that cheat knows that, but just to let you know how it's going. So I think this outside porch area is actually a really decent size. It does have room for table chairs and a barbecue, so it does come together quite nicely. And then this back area, I just create a small little area to do a bit of gardening, and it also has a swing, not a swing set, a climbing frame, because that's what I could fit in. But the floor plan is quite open in the house. I think there's like one downstairs room that's actually got a door to use to go to it. I think it's the study room. I think it's just a nice area that I thought the mum or the dad could go and have a bit of quiet time on the computer. I actually think I put a laptop in there because we all have laptops now. Even if you don't have Strangerville, you now have a laptop. I personally don't have, I didn't buy Strangerville, so when I saw that it had a laptop in it, I was like, oh, I can't buy a pack just for a laptop. So I'm really pleased that we all have it now. We can all enjoy a laptop for our Sims, and yeah, I'm really pleased with that. So as you can see, I've split up the main building, so the back bit's the kitchen area, and then you've got the living area and then a study to the side. I wasn't really sure about the diagonal wall when I was building this, but then I think it came together. It kind of went quite nicely. I went with quite neutral shades in the kitchen and within the living area. I think it's just nice to keep it neutral. If you want to change it up, you can. So I just went with these base game counters, again obviously base game build. I did remember as I was building to keep touching base game. I did have a slight panic halfway through going, oh my gosh, I think I've used something else. So I think I do get rid of something at some point, but I can't remember if I did. And here I'm just putting the same cupboard. They look a bit more blue here, but they are that kind of whitish grey, not really sure. And then I'm just going to add a bit of clutter and stuff to the kitchen as well, because I always feel like it looks all put together when you clutter a kitchen. I just moved the outside door to the side because I thought that's where I could put the dining table and chair. I know I've done a counter, which I think is a nice ample amount of space, so if you do have people round the house, there's plenty of room to sit if you're, you know, hosting. So I'm just sorting out this back area here. I like that little like rack with the coffee mugs on. I think it's really cute. I had a plant pot and the knives. I think I might have added something else. Maybe not. Oh, the spice rack. So yeah, I added that to the corner just to make it look a bit more busy. And then I add this chalkboard, which I like to add to every build I do. If there was ever a challenge where I use, if I don't use the items I love, that would definitely be taken out first, because I clearly like it a lot, as well as that leaf picture. So here I choose the dining table with the cloth on it. I quite like it. I think the chairs are a bit too together, I don't know. And then finally, look what I use. I use the white shelf. How exciting. So I just clutter up that white shelf above the dining table. I just think it looks nice to add a few things above there. And then here I'm putting together the coat rack. A nice hack to use to make it look a bit more full is to double up the coat rack. Just makes it look a bit more busy. Here I thought the living area, they could have a fireplace and the TV on top, but I'm not a fan of this fireplace. It's annoying because I didn't like any of the other ones either from the base game, so that is annoying. So if you do want to change this and you do have other packs, feel free. It won't be a base game build, but yeah, please feel free. I do switch this out. I add 2 of those sofas instead, because I think there's more room for people to sit and watch TV then. I don't think I added a games console to this house. You can add that. I was trying to keep it quite budget friendly. I know it's a bit more expensive than, it's probably more expensive than what I was hoping for, but it's got everything that you still need, even if you do add more or take things away. Annoyingly, obviously, it doesn't have laundry. Oops, sorry, that was my phone. Obviously, it won't have laundry stuff in this, so bear that in mind. If you do have laundry, you can add that. I know a lot of people hate it. I actually really like laundry, so it doesn't bother me. I'm just adding this shelf here just to fill up a bit of space. I could have added like an easel, or you can add an easel or something there, but I thought it would look quite nice with this mirror. And then I think that hand is new as well with the update, but I just add a few things to make this table look a bit more full, and add a little rose. And that's pretty much the living room done. I do change out the lights because those flat saucer lights are really expensive. So I changed that out. This desk is new as well with the update. I was kind of going through and having a look at all the new things that we got. But yeah, I think it's quite nice. I'm really pleased with all the things that we've received. In a minute I use this red shelf. If you want to download that, I can leave it in the description bar. It's just a lot of people I've watched use it. It's just a really simple way of placing objects that you either size down. It's just a more precise way of placing your objects, your clutter objects, really. And then I'm just adding a few curtains, and then I think I add a guitar to this room and change the lights, and I think that room's pretty much done. You can add a rug to that room, but I think I changed my mind with that. So here I'm just rearranging because I moved the window, so I thought I would just rearrange the room, and then I'm just checking to see if everything looks good. And then upstairs, this is where I'm starting to divide up the rooms for the upstairs. There isn't a lot of room upstairs because I wanted to have this little balcony area. I did think the balcony should be with the grown-ups room, but in the end the space where the chimney section was, it just didn't work out how I wanted it to. So the child does have the chimney area, and I put a little doll's house up there for them to play with, which I think is quite nice. They're obviously very sensible, these children that I envisioned to live here. They're not very silly. So I thought that would be quite nice. If you don't want the balcony area out the back, you can always change it and make the rooms bigger or smaller. So here I'm doing the grown-up room. I envisioned that they liked green here, I feel. And then I was going to play around with some shelving behind, but then I realised there wasn't much walkway. It just looks a bit full. I quite like how it looks, so I think I might do that in another build. But in the end I just go with the plain white shelf, which I'm glad we have. Go with that, and I just add a few items to that, which I think suit the room quite nicely. And I'm just using that shelf again. It is really handy to place objects that you wouldn't necessarily be able to get on to the shelves in the first place. And yeah, I think it all comes together in the end quite nicely. I moved that window around quite a bit. I think I moved it back to where it originally was. And because there's no laundry in the base game, I decided to use the pretend laundry basket just to make it look a bit more put together. And then I really like how when you use this little cubby hole for the fireplace downstairs, you can use it for your wardrobe upstairs. You don't have to, but I just thought it would look quite nice. And I just fill this with a few things just to make it look nice and busy. It's quite a small little wardrobe though, that is. And then I think I leave the bedroom like that. I think I don't add anything special to it. I just envision this to be quite a normal family living in The Sims. Didn't want them to be too, outgoing. I don't think they'll be a famous family. They'll just be quite a nice down-to-earth family. I don't know why. I looked at my I didn't realise I still left a bit of custom content in my game before it updated, so it's all got the wrong name, but I don't have a lot of custom content in my game. I think it's just that iMac computer because I thought it looked quite cool. Here I thought I'd decorate as a toddler's bedroom. It could be for a girl or a boy. I kind of leaned a bit more towards the blues, but a girl could live in there, a boy could live in there. But it's quite a simple room, not too much in there. Yeah, I left it quite simple. If you want to change it up and make it a bit more girly, you can change it to that, or you can make it more boyish, or you can make it a room for a teenage sim or a child sim, but I just thought toddler's quite cute. And then here is where I was deciding what to put outside, and I just put a doll's house because I think it looked quite cute. Don't ask me why. And then here I'm putting in the bathroom stuff. I used the shower bathtub because when you have toddlers you need to give them baths, so it's easier to have a bathtub in there as well. And I'm just decorating the bathroom. I keep it quite simple. I use quite a lot of the cheap stuff for like the sink and the cabinets. I just add a plant and some blinds, and it comes together quite nicely. And then as you can see, I will move that window in a minute because I didn't realise it was cut in half. It didn't really go with the build, so changing it, just adding a few lights. And then I think I go to decorate the outdoor area. And like I said, I already said what I put outside. So if you do like this build, please you can download it on the gallery. I'll leave my ID underneath. It's just Lauren Tilley 23, and if you enjoy the build you can download it for your own Sims. And yeah, if you would change it, you can make the garden bigger, obviously put it on a bigger lot, but this is just what I envisioned for this family. They weren't, I feel like they would be the family that would go to the park a lot. But yeah, so if you enjoyed the video as well, please subscribe and like, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!